September is coming. It doesn't care what you did or didn't do with the time before it. It just shows up. And the gap between June and September, those 3 months, that's the part you actually control. Most people don't control it though. Most people let it happen to them. And I get it. Summer has this feeling at the start, like there's so much time ahead of you that you don't need to be deliberate about any of it. Like the days are long enough that wasting a few of them doesn't really matter. Like you can figure out what you want from the summer once you're actually in it. But that feeling is the trap, because summer doesn't feel like it's slipping until it already has. You blink somewhere around mid-July, and suddenly there are 6 weeks left and you realize nothing has really changed. You're not in better shape. You didn't start that thing you said you were going to start. The days were full, but they weren't full of anything that compounds. They were just full. And I want to be real about what a wasted summer actually looks like, because it doesn't always look like laziness. Sometimes it looks like being out every night. Sometimes it looks like filling every hour with stuff that feels like living but doesn't actually build anything. Staying busy enough that you don't have to think too hard about whether you're being intentional. Moving constantly but never in a direction. That's the version nobody warns you about. The wasted summer that looked like a good summer from the outside. Here's the thing about 90 days that I don't think people actually sit with. 90 days of consistent effort, real, honest, daily effort at something, compounds into a result you can point to. That's not a long time in the scheme of a life, but it's also not nothing. It's enough to be genuinely fitter. Enough to have built something from scratch, a channel, a skill, a habit, something. Enough to have had experiences that you actually remember, instead of a blur of nights that kind of run together. The math is simple. The problem is that summer doesn't feel like math. It feels like vacation. And vacations don't require intention. But summer, especially this one, especially if you're young and your time is actually yours in a way it won't always be, summer isn't really a vacation. It's a window, and windows close. I keep thinking about the version of summer that actually changes you, what it has in it. And I don't think it looks like grinding every hour. I don't think it looks like sacrificing all the fun for productivity. I think it looks like having some early mornings you didn't feel like getting up for. Some work you did when you didn't want to do it. Some moments where you picked the harder option, not because it felt good, but because you knew what it was building. Not every day, not every hour, but enough. Enough that by September you feel the difference in yourself. Enough that you can actually name what you did. Because that's the question worth asking right now. Before summer starts, not after it's already running. What do you want to be able to name in September? And I want to say something about this specific summer. Not just summer in general. This one. This exact window. It's one you're never getting back. That sounds obvious. People say it all the time, and it doesn't really land because it sounds like something people are supposed to say. But I've been thinking about it a lot lately because this is my last summer before university. Before the structure comes back. Before my time stops being entirely mine and starts belonging to a schedule someone else made. And I don't say that looking for sympathy. I say it because it made me realize something I don't think I'd actually felt before, which is that every summer has a version of that. Every summer exists inside a specific set of circumstances that won't repeat. Next summer you might be somewhere different. Might have obligations you don't have right now. Might be a different enough version of yourself that this window, this specific kind of freedom just isn't available in the same way. The summer you have right now is the youngest you'll ever be while having this much time. That sounds dramatic, but sit with it for a second, because most people don't feel that until they're looking back at a summer they didn't use well, and by then the feeling is just regret, which is the most useless version of that realization. I want to feel it now, before it happens. And I think if you're watching this, you probably want that too, otherwise you'd be doing something else. The social pressure piece is the part nobody really talks about either, and I think it quietly kills more summers than anything else. Your friends are probably doing nothing, or close to nothing, and they're going to want you to do nothing with them. And saying no to that, or even just saying I can't today, can feel like you're taking yourself too seriously, like you think you're better than the people around you, like you're being antisocial for no real reason. But here's what I've noticed. When someone around you is being intentional with their time, going to the gym instead of sleeping until noon, working on something instead of scrolling, it makes people who aren't doing that uncomfortable. Not always, not everyone, but often enough. And that discomfort can come out as jokes, as pressure, as come on, just come out, it's one day. It's not about you, it's about the mirror. People who are comfortable with how they're spending their summer don't need you to waste yours. They're fine. It's the ones who aren't that sometimes need company in the decision. You can still have fun, you can still be present for the social summer, but on your own terms, not at the cost of the things you said you wanted before the pressure showed up. The best summer isn't the one where you chose work over fun or fun over work. It's the one where you chose both, intentionally, without letting either one be an accident. I think about what the summer actually gives you that the rest of the year doesn't. And it's not just time, it's energy. Something about longer days and more light and warmer air genuinely changes how your body and your mind feel. Things feel more possible. The gym actually feels good. Early mornings don't feel as brutal. The late nights working on something you care about hit differently when the world outside the window still feels alive. That energy is real, and it's a resource. Like any resource, you can invest it or you can spend it. One of those builds something, the other just disappears. Most people spend it, scrolling through other people's summers, sleeping through the best part of the day, watching things instead of doing things. And then the days get shorter and the energy goes with them and September shows up and nothing changed. You don't have to do that. 90 days. That's all summer is. 90 days that will become September, whether you use them or not. The only real question, the one that actually matters, is what you want to be able to say about them when they're gone. Decide that now. Not when you're in it. Not when you're already halfway through and feeling like you've already missed something. Now, before the first day. Because the people who get the summer they wanted are almost always the ones who decided what they wanted before the summer started. That's it. That's the whole thing. If this made you think, drop what you actually want to build this summer in the comments. Not what sounds impressive, what you actually want. I'll read them, I promise.